a lot of moral teachings, especially religious teachings, spiritual teachings, or just how morality is taught in general, has done a disservice when it comes down to beauty, aesthetic, and style, because you have people still walking around thinking that anything that deals with materialistic beauty, or just having, grooming yourself, looking nice, taking care of your body, exercising. A lot of people, unfortunately, have this weird mentality, like that automatically equates to being superficial, being vain, being shallow. And in reality, it's not. It's just basically just being, take care of yourself, having pride in yourself. I'm not saying that, somebody has to look like Beyonce or be supermodel glamorous 24/7. I'm just saying that, civilized people, especially people who have good upbringings, they should take pride in their appearance, because, take for instance, like my upbringing, I pretty much grew up in those black families that, are very church oriented. Everybody went to college. Everybody was a sorority fraternity, and that type of black folks. I won't say uppity, but yeah, you know what I'm saying, but but I just it was just an environment like, hey, tuck your shirt in, fix your collar, you know, shiny shoes, you know what I'm saying, that kind of upbringing. So it's pretty much what I got from that was that, you had to carry yourself a certain way. It wasn't about, letting people judge you for how you look superficially. It's just in civilized society, people, responsible adults, dress well. They look sharp. They'll let their pants sag. You know what I'm saying? It's just basic grooming in general. Just you have to carry yourself a certain way. If you're a woman, you carry yourself a certain way. If you're a man, you carry yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with being superficial. It's all about upbringing. But unfortunately, you have these a lot of so-called conscious people, a lot of hippies, a lot of bohemian type people, a lot of artsy type people, a lot of people who are like very liberal or feminist or stuff like, people like that. They look down on basic beauty, they look down on basic aesthetic in general, which is like very sad, because it's like in their mind they associate anything dealing with just basic beauty, or basic just being a handsome man, a beautiful woman. They pretty much in their mind associate that automatically with that's raunchy, that's materialistic, that's vain, what I'm saying, that's oppressive, and that's sexist, that's patriarchal and stuff like that. And it's weird, what I'm saying, because I'm like, you guys have no pride in yourselves, you have no pride in your appearance, what I'm saying, because if I walked out the house, smelling musty, looking raggedy, I wouldn't feel right, you know what I'm saying. It's just my upbringing. I gotta take a shower. If I'm going out on a date, I'll put on my best tennis shoes or my best dress shoes. What I'm saying. Make sure I put on some good cologne. And make sure my hair is trimmed, and what I'm saying, and stuff like that. It's just basically just common sense, just second nature. You don't think about it. But you have a lot of people, they still, have this weird world view that, just basic, grooming. I won't say basic grooming, but the whole idea of having pride in your appearance is something that's a negative that should be frowned upon. Oh, that's not spiritual. you shouldn't care about your physical appearance, you know, so you just judge me from my mind, judge me from my inside, you know, and they take that notion to the extreme, to the point that I've seen people who claim to be spiritual, you know what I'm saying, or they claim to be outside of the world, and they try to be humble and meek as best they can, and they don't use deodorant, you know, they just look raggedy. You know, I've seen women, I mean, I've known some women, you know, who are so-called quote unquote conscious or woke. You know, they don't even I mean, I've seen women I know for years who like woke, and I've never seen them in feminine clothes. I've never seen them in a dress. you know, no heels, you know what I'm saying, no wear heels, you know, they just wear pants, they wear like boys clothes all the time, and stuff like that. So I'm just, you know, it's just contradictory. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause even if you like study spirituality, you know, if you study culture, you know, even in other cultures, they still degrade themselves. You know, they still have appreciation for beauty. You know, just like in Africa, you got African tribes that, you know, they still, you know, they wear jewelry and the gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? They have tattoos and, you know, wear different bright colors. I mean, that's culture. You can find that in Africa. You can find that in India. You can find that in ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, you know, ancient South America with the Incas and Mayas. I mean, that's pretty much all over the planet. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't understand why they have this weird philosophy that, you know, beauty is basic beauty in general is something that's superficial and negative in their mind. But when you study like the ancient culture, spirituality, cause even in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, you know, you have verses like, you know, King Solomon had gold, and you know what I'm saying. I think like in Revelations or something, you know, they describe Jesus, you know, like I know I'm miscombobulating and stuff, but you know how like Jesus come in a white horse and with white robes, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. So I mean, there's nothing meek or humble about that. You know what I'm saying, because they try to like make Jesus like he was this vagabond walking around like in rags, but I mean, you can see that like in the first half of the New Testament, but in Revelation, you know, Jesus has a crown and and all this kind of stuff. So they kind of like destroys the whole stereotype of, you know, the meek and humble, poor, righteous teacher. You know what I'm saying? So the whole idea of forcibly shunning yourself from, you know, saying from glamour is not even biblical. You know, but you know, I just want to get that off my chest and talk to you guys in a bit.